What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, hate. You know, this is something I've been thinking about for a while, and I kind of touched up on it a long time ago, and I'm going to make this video about this right here. I was watching a fight with Jermain Franklin and this guy, Pavel Sauer, and Jermain Franklin got the win. He looked a little trimmer in this fight. He's just a flabby guy. He's not muscular at all. He's not toned. He's just a chubby guy. And I'm watching him. So, okay. And I'm thinking, in America, let's make this clear, right? In America, it's not about handpicking. It shouldn't be about handpicking a fighter for any. I don't care where you're from. It shouldn't be let's handpick this guy because he's from here. And no, everybody should have equal opportunity. But let me just make this clear, because in America, even if a fighter lives here, and even if he was born here, but his parents are from somewhere else, what do they do whenever they want to fight? They hold that flag, not the American flag, and they always shout the people of that country, right? That's my heritage. That's my bloodline. In the Olympics, who are you cheering for if you over here in America? China? Huh? Japan? Germany? Who are you cheering for? Right? So I look at that and I think, everybody, look, every time Canelo wins a fight, he want to thank the people of Mexico. Like all of his fans are from Mexico only. Like he don't have fans over here in America and all around the world, right? Pacquiao, every time, he wants to thank the people of the Philippines. He wants to dedicate this to the Philippines. Inoue, he wins. He want to dedicate fight to Japan, the people of Japan. Zhele Zhang with the Chinese flag and all, right? No problem. So my thing about boxing, when I look here in America and I say, man, it's funny how people sleep on Jermain Franklin, even though he went in there and fought a debatable fight against Dillian White, and people said it was an action-packed fight. And then he got shut down by Anthony Joshua. Okay? But at the same time, I look at guys like him and Michael Hunter. Deontay Wilder, we know, is a one-trick pony. So it's not about trying to shove fighters down people's throats and say, okay, here. No. But here's my thing. Even though these people in these sanctioning bodies may be functioning over here in America, they may live in America now, whatever. Let me say this. I heard Derek Chisora say the new spot for boxing is in Saudi Arabia. He said Las Vegas is dead. When the last big fight happened in Vegas, right? We know boxing is not what it used to be here in the States. It's just not. So, my thing is, why is nobody giving a damn about trying to find American boxing stars? You got guys like Camille Moulton. You got other fighters, and the corruption in boxing, it stunts the growth because everything is about just grabbing money. And you think somebody would look at what the Saudis are doing and say, something, man, we need to restore order back in boxing to where it's respectable, because it's a joke right now. And I'm saying, for everybody that raised a Ukrainian flag here in America, fine. You raise the British flag here in America, fine. The Chinese flag here in America, fine. The Puerto Rican flag here in America, fine. The Mexican flag here in America, fine. The Japanese flag here in America, fine. You always hear the term British boxing, right? When you look at what's right here in America, It's sad because the money. And remember, there was a time when people were saying AJ got to come and fight in America. Even British fighters were saying that. Remember? Oh yeah, he got to go fight in America. You can't just fight in the UK and whatever. You got to. If you can't make it in America, then you haven't made it yet. You don't hear people saying that anymore. Look at just like that in what, good 5 years or something. Now all of a sudden you don't hear people saying this anymore. Now everybody's talking about going to Saudi Arabia. And I'm watching Jermain Franklin. I'm watching Jared Anderson. Now Jared Anderson, like we know, he's talking about he want to fight maybe another 2-3 years, then retire. All this, nonsense or whatever. His life. I think what they need to start doing, and I'm not talking about just one weight class, okay? But you don't see American fighters get pushed over here in America the way they push other fighters right here in America. That's not from America. You just don't see that push. I'm not talking about the fighters' management team and their promoters and all. I'm talking about just in general as a sport. Like, for example, look at the praise Mauricio Suleiman gives Canelo and Tyson Fury. Do you understand what I'm saying? Where's Al Heyman? What's the guy? The guy that Wilder and them fired because they tried to get that fight with him and Klitschko. You got guys like what's the guy name? Terrence Crawford's promoter, man. Bob Arum. This is a guy who sits here. I mean, look at what his dialogue was with Terrence Crawford. He can't sell anything. He's frustrating, and I know. So my point, you got the Charlos, you got all these people. But the PBC has a stable. I'm not talking about a goddamn stable. I'm talking where is the promotion for boxing as a whole, right here in America. Where's the business minds that get together to say, man, we need to restore order here. We need to bring boxing back here in America. We need to make it big here in America. And bottom line is, it's not like it's not money there. But they're so greedy, and they've been so greedy, that they don't know how to do that. They don't know how to do that. Let me tell you guys something. Inoue said out of his own mouth he has no interest in fighting. After his last fight, he has no interest in fighting Tank Davis. This is something that the people were saying. I said, for what? Every time somebody win a fight and look good, everybody's talking about jumping up 3, 4, 5 weight classes. Like, stupidity. Inoue gets high praise in Japan. He gets high praise right here. Okay? I watch people boo Floyd Mayweather. I watched Americans, okay? And this is not about a race thing or whatever, and saying booty's got, no. I'm stating the facts. I watched Americans, black and white, boo Floyd Mayweather and cheer Manny Pacquiao. Do you fucking think people in the Philippines is over here cheering for Floyd to beat Pacquiao? Unless it's somebody, with the exception of somebody that might hate Pacquiao, whatever, grew up not liking him or whatever. But even in that sense, they probably going, well, he's my countryman. Do you understand what I'm saying? I watch people. That's why I said in the beginning of this video, who do you cheer for during the Olympics? Okay? I watch people sit here and boo American fighters and cheer the opponent. And I'm watching other channels who, it's not personal with me. So what these people do don't bother me. But I'm noticing, and listen, I've been noticing this for a while. I don't have a reason to sit here and just go at people, though, just to go at them. But I will mention when people just lie and make up stuff. But I'm noticing this on several channels now. They're sucking off people. Maybe because you're married to a Mexican or a Filipino or whatever, and I don't care what you're married to. If you can't tell the truth, you're a coward and a liar. And I know if you speak well about Manny Pacquiao, even though he's retired, you speak well about Tyson Fury, you speak well about Canelo, your numbers go up. Canelo has been cherry picking for a long time now. I told you guys, just because he beats Jermell Charlo does not mean the next fight is going to be Benavidez or David Morrell. Was I lying to you guys? But for his fans that want to get butthurt because of me saying what I said, then it turns out, damn, Arius is right though. Notice what he's been doing. He picks and chooses who he wants and says, I do what I want to do. He's said that many times. So now that you know he's not fighting those guys, my thing is this. I don't see a purpose for Terrence Crawford to go all the way to 168. Lose because he's just too small. And then what? How many people over here going to say he dared to be great? They said it about Canelo every time he goes up and fights somebody, right? Here's my thing. You fought Jermell Charlo, who came up 2 weight classes. You beat him. It would be 3 weight classes, okay, for Terrence Crawford. But it's not like he can't take the fight. And for him to say he has nothing to gain out of fighting Terrence Crawford, right, and beating him, right? Okay, well, Bivol is only 1 weight class up from where you are. And people are saying you too small for that weight class. You see what I mean? How the protection goes for one but not the other? So Bivol wanted to fight you at 168. Mauricio Suleiman was asked questions about, him finally allowing Bivol to fight Canelo for undisputed, and how he had to write the letter and this and that and explain the situation and this and right, and those things they're gonna make it take forever. He's going to protect Canelo, and he's not gonna put him nowhere near Bivol. But I'm listening to people talking about how great Canelo is, and Canelo's doing this, Canelo's doing that, Canelo's the face of boxing. Canelo, what has Canelo actually been doing lately? This is what I'm saying. What has he been doing? Fighting guys from smaller weight classes coming up. But you're going to act like y'all don't see that. And then I'm looking at these content creators like, I see, brother, you married to a Mexican, so okay, or Latino or whatever the fuck, regardless, right? So you sucking off Canelo now to make her happy and make the Mexican people happy. And you making an ass out of yourself. There's another channel. And I'm not afraid to say nobody's name. Y'all know that. I'm not trying to clout chase off these motherfuckers, and I don't need to. It's just disgusting listening to their content. Because one dude, I don't even watch these motherfuckers like on purpose, to be honest with you. Like, when you play videos and then you make a video and then the boxing, we're talking about, so boxing videos just come up on YouTube. And that's really how I see most of these fucking people. And then sometimes somebody I know will say like, hey, that guy such and such or whatever. Yeah, check what he put out, tell me what you think or something like that. And there's many times I watch these people's shit. I don't even make a video about the same thing. But all of this sucking off Canelo, all of this trying to make him seem like he's doing something so spectacular. And if I ask you, when was the last real showdown Canelo had? You can't even count Jermell Charlo. This motherfucker came up from 154, then he came and didn't even fight. So now that here's a guy, but Canelo came from 154. Yeah, how long ago was Canelo fighting at 154? You understand my point? He doesn't have to fight Jermell Charlo. He doesn't even have to fight Jermall Charlo. You got Benavidez right there. You got Morrell right there. If motherfucking Jermall Charlo said, well, I don't want to fight other black Americans being that I'm black American. You know how many people would be like, oh man, he making excuses always. So why is it okay for Canelo? And I'm listening to this dude talk and I'm like, why is this motherfucker sucking off Canelo and trying to act like Canelo was walk around that little stupid cup, you know, with his black coffee, 2 sugars, whatever the fuck. And I'm just like, bruh, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Now, it's one thing to have your own opinion. But when you are just saying dumb shit, and I'm like noticing video after video after video, Canelo can do no wrong. And then there's this other guy, he makes videos and all he does is talk shit about every other fighter. If it's not Canelo, they suck. Whoever he likes is the only good fighter in that division. Everybody else is garbage truck juice. And I'm listening to him and it's just like, yo, you've been doing this shit for years, man. And this is what they do. Let's see who the popular fighters are. Let's see how many more views and subscribers we can get by sucking them off, and that's what they're doing. And I'm just being completely honest with you. Canelo hasn't been doing shit for a while. The last great thing he did was when he went up to fight Bivol and got his ass whooped. Let's be real. John Ryder, Jermain Charlo. Stop it, y'all. Stop it. Gennady Golovkin, who, I mean, is well past his prime. And remember, people were saying, I don't want to see Gennady versus Jamal, man. Jamal will hurt him. And mind you, we're talking 160. Canelo's 168. I want to see Tank Davis win. Haven't I been calling Tank Davis out? Huh? So it's not about let's find and take black fighters or American fighters and then lie for them and put them on pedestals. No. But I'm saying, why is America not trying to find American fighters to put in that spotlight, to showcase and why? Everybody can come here on American soil and wave their flag. And like I said, I don't have a problem with you being patriotic or whatever, that, you know, whatever. But I'm saying, right here in America, man, you don't see that same energy coming from these promoters. These American promoters ain't doing shit. These sanctioning bodies of these different organizations, IBF, WBO, WBA, WBC, whatever. Man, listen, we know that WBC is the most corrupt. But if you look at everything with Mauricio Suleiman, this motherfucker don't have any fucking American fighters that he favor. White or black. Let's be real. He simply doesn't. And anytime he has a conversation, you have to bring up Devin Haney or Tank Davis. You have to bring these names up to him. Otherwise, on his own, he don't go talking about these fighters, man. So for like guys like Bob Arum and Al Heyman and you know, these promoters and people that's over here in America that have, you have some influence. You have some type of stroke. And you're not trying to showcase these fighters properly, man. All it is let's make the biggest fight to make the most money. But we gonna give you a bullshit card. And then you got people over here in America, even outside of America, that's hearing this same type of stuff and saying, but who's gonna put the money up to have a star-studded card? Motherfuckers, all these guys are not superstars. Build them up. Are you okay with being ripped off? Because that's what they're doing. And I'm just sitting here going, damn, you know, so yeah, if you accept that bullshit, they're going to keep doing it. So I don't care about them coming on streaming services and all that. TV is changing. Yeah, things are changing. Times are changing. Okay, the WWE is about to go in 2025. They're going to have a stream. They're going with Netflix, I think, or whatever. But whoever they're going with for a streaming service. Bottom line, everything's changing. But the attempt to showcase, the attempt to even put shows together, to put these fighters in a different realm and to put them out there to get more popularity, you don't see this happening. You really don't. If you fight in your home country and get booed, You must have fought somebody and they feel like they robbed the other guy. That's also from your home country. It's something to that effect. Otherwise, they get cheated. Here in America, it's like, even though we all Americans, let's fuck him. Let's cheer the other guy. And I'm saying, if you like that fighter as a fighter, that's one thing. But you gotta know, and I'm not stupid, man. Let me give you an example of something. Same thing when I was on the wrestling team. I went to school with this Mexican dude named Juan. We were both on the team. Juan got cheered because he's on our squad. I got cheered, all of us. If we was doing Olympics, like went to the Olympics or something like that, he wouldn't have been wrestling for America. Do you understand what I'm saying? So who is going to be getting cheered now? Me or whoever else is from here. And Juan wouldn't be getting cheered. He'd be getting cheered by Mexican people. You understand what I'm saying? Because now it's country versus country. That's what the Olympics do. We did this wrestling and it was like, my point with all of it, same with amateur boxing, Olympic boxing, whatever you want to call it, you know, it's the same thing. For you to actually boo your own countrymen, your own countrywoman, and cheer for somebody else and then make the bullshit excuse, oh, well, I'm just cheering a fighter. I agree with that. I'm not from the UK. Anthony Joshua is a UK fighter. So, you understand? No, it's not about, oh, we should boo Anthony Joshua because he's from the UK. No. I respect what he does in the ring. And AJ comes to fight. He doesn't come to talk shit. He doesn't try to belittle his opponents and all. He just comes to fight. You understand what I mean? Sometimes we feel like he's too nice to these guys, but it's not about the shit talking. So no, it's proof of what I'm saying. It's not about, oh, we should only cheer for somebody because they're from our country. No, but what I'm saying is, let's be real, man. I mean, you can cheer for somebody else, but I'm saying I'll watch Americans boo Americans fighting other people that's not even from America. That shit is not happening in other countries. You can have an event in America and you'll have more people come from another country to fill up a venue. And it'll be more cheers for the person not from this country, right? So what I'm saying to you, if we base it all on skill and ability, which is what I'm all for, cool. But I'm saying, stop acting like we don't know or we're not aware that when it comes to events and boxing in America, it's one of those things where people are just like, wherever we go, people don't want to cheer for us. Look at what happened when Floyd went to Japan. And that guy took his flowers and threw them on the floor. Right? And he handed the other guy, the Japanese guy, his flowers, but took it and then threw them on the floor. Where was all the Americans then? And why wasn't Japanese people offended by his actions? And I'm not talking about one or two people. No, I'm saying, why? Where was all of that at? Even the other fighter could have been like, man, why you disrespect that man? Give him his flowers like you gave me mine. You understand? This is what I'm saying. So when it comes to boxing in America, man, where's the effort at? Where's the effort? Everything is just money. The NBA numbers are declining. Everybody was laughing at the females, right? Because, yeah, let's just be real. It's not entertaining. But the males in the NBA, their numbers are declining now too. We need to restore order in like so many things. Damn near everything. But you look at boxing, man, and it's like, I could sit here and watch Holyfield fight. I could watch Ali fight. I could watch Tyson fight. I could watch Larry Holmes fight. I could watch Roberto Duran fight. We could watch Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, Wilfredo Benitez, whoever. Bottom line. And I look at how packed these stadiums was, and I'm listening to the roar of the crowd, and I'm just, it felt so different. Boxing meant something, and now it's all about whatever little bullshit gimmicks, whatever sells, whatever's going to make some money, let's do that. Even if it's not necessary. Let's just do it. Boxing has no stars in America, from America, that stands out. And this is why I say, when you look at a guy like a Devin Haney, who's out here trying his best to make the big fights happen, when you got a guy that's so talented like Tank Davis, but he's avoiding people because, you understand what I mean? I want to be greedy. I don't need you. You need me. So when Inoue made that comment, and this came out of his own mouth, that he has no interest in fighting Tank, I don't consider that a duck. Duck for what? They're not even in the same weight class. This was people hyping this up. And people that are angry at Tank Davis for what he's doing. Now, angry? Me? No. Turned off by it? Yeah, I don't respect it. But Inoue moving up to fight Tank Davis, and you got people going, oh, Inoue destroys Tank. What on what planet? Don't get it twisted. I don't respect what Tank is doing. By no way, shape, or form, though, do I see Inoue beating Tank in a fight. Tank is not going down to 126. He's not going down to 122. Okay? Like Leonard said, he can make 130 if he wanted. Okay? But why? Who is he going to go fight at 130? Wasn't the criticism for Shakur Stevenson that at 130 he's ran out of people? There's no real names there anymore. Guys like Valdez and the guys that he already beat, why would Tank go down and fight them? You understand what I mean? So for Inoue, well, you'd have to jump up and fight Tank. He's a solid fighter. He can fight. You never know what can happen in the fight, but if you think that Tank hitting him is going to be the same as those guys down at 122, 126, no, it's not the same thing. And Inoue's a solid fighter, but no way do I see him beating Tank. And I'm not saying it because he's American. I'm saying it because that's how I really feel. I don't see him beating Tank. Just like Alicia Baumgartner is solid, I do not see her beating no goddamn Clarissa Shields. When I watch Inoue, I'm like, the dude can fight. He's talented. Does he have flaws that he gets away with because of his speed and reflexes? Yes. I watched Lito Donaire give him hell. Fulton couldn't test him, like I told you guys. Fulton is a good boxer. Inoue is just different. But Fulton is one of these boxers that, no, he's not a big banger. But he's one of these boxers that he's basic with some flash and flair. Inoue has that dog in him. He can punch. He comes in on awkward angles, but he leaps in so much. And people don't have the quickness to catch him and make him pay. Fulton caught him one time. One time with a real solid shot. Stopped him in his tracks and had nothing behind it. You know, when I watch him, it's like, no, I don't picture him in Tank at all. That's a fight I don't even think is necessary, and it's not going to happen. And Inoue said no. He has no interest in going up to fight Tank Davis. And if you saw the last fight that he had, if you saw how that guy was tagging him, the Filipino guy was tagging him, you don't think Tank, you think that guy was better than Tank that just fought Inoue? And I'm saying, let's be real, Tank can crack. So it'd be one thing for Inoue to be able to barely land a shot or land one and go, damn, I can't even budge this guy. But his punches are a lot heavier than what I'm used to at 122, 126. Them guys, no. Just saying, let's be real. Tank is different. I'm not taking away from his skills. It's just he is not showing that desire to fight the top guys. And like I said before, the difference in the fight with Devin Haney could be, for one, Devin can box, but Devin's desire to win. You understand what I'm saying? could be the difference in him losing and winning against Tank. And Dev can box, and Tank knows that. A New Way, he's a solid fighter, what can I say? But those advantages that you see him having at his weight class, he's not going to have that going up. He's not going to have that going up. And when you talk about Fulton power didn't carry over, well, Fulton is not a big puncher at his weight class. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, he's not a big puncher at his weight class. And saying that a New Way's power did carry over, it's only a few pounds up, man. We're not talking about, somebody jumping 2-3 weight classes. It's only a few pounds up. So he naturally can punch. But don't mistake those guys that he beat for Tank Davis. That's all I'm saying. Y'all can feel what y'all want. When I'm watching it, I'm like, nah, I don't see it. Again, just like I said, Alicia Baumgartner is solid. She isn't better than Shields at anything, though. At anything. There's nothing she does better than Shields. Nothing. And trying to go up, and she's not going to fight her at 160, so stop talking shit. You're not going to that person's weight class. There's no belts for you guys at 154, 147. So what does Shields get out of it, right? So, is that a duck? No. It ain't even my weight class. You're using my name. For what? So, that being said, boxing as a whole needs to have structure to it. And it needs balance. And first off, the problem that we can't get honest people will be the first reason why that's a problem. Look, don't you know where it is? The Saudis are thinking about making their own belt. Now, from what I hear, it's going to be their own undisputed title, right? I don't know how that's going to work. Like, if it's like a trophy belt, or you only get this belt from them when you become undisputed to validate that you're undisputed. The Saudis, if this is true, have more plans than what they've already unveiled. And for boxing to survive in the States and have interest, look, going to a streaming app doesn't mean that that's going to happen. Boxing needs to, it needs a facelift. It really needs a facelift. And I'm sitting here even after, like I said, when I was watching Jermain Franklin fight, and I'm going, now, you know what? That'd be a good test for him, and it'll be a good test for Jared Anderson. Showcase your American heavyweights. Put them against each other. One has to win, one has to lose, right? Michael Hunter is the most shit-talkingest boxer that never fucking fights. I don't even know why this guy still is in boxing, because he doesn't fight at all. He reminds me of, remember Eddie Chambers, Fast Eddie Chambers? Eddie Chambers just disappeared, and every time I saw him, he was talking about he's fighting, he's in the gym training, he's this, but years go by, this dude's not fighting. And then it's like he just completely just vanished. And I'm like, what was the why'd you become a boxer in the first place? I mean, nothing was happening. So, boxing needs to do things different. I'm not just talking about laser shows when you come out to your entrance, walking out to the ring with a rapper, putting up fancy screens in the arena. That's all beautiful, make the venue look nice, fine. But I mean, just showcasing your talent. Man, it's like the only time people want to fucking wave that red, white, and blue flag around in America is during some presidential campaign or wars going on or something like that, or during the Olympics. Otherwise, just be real. I don't care if it's soccer. Right here in America, I see every other flag being waved except for the American flag. And American fighters are being booed by their own people. Let's be real. Now, if you look at any other sport, like example, soccer is not big in America, but it comes on TV. They have events out here, And when you go to a soccer event, do you know who's there? The majority are people that's not from America. Even baseball. You probably got more Latinos that watch baseball than born Americans. Certain sports just don't get, it's like America has a soccer team. Who the fuck talks about the American soccer team? You understand what I mean? So every sport doesn't have that big impact. You know what I mean? So just saying, y'all, when you look at like the NFL, every team is American teams. The NHL, hockey, American teams, then you got Canadian teams, you got, stuff like that. Certain sports have a different, like, certain mixtures, right? And that's all great that we have everybody here. That's fine. So don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But I'm saying it's something about Americans, man. Like, even these bullshit content creators, man. They're sucking off people just to try to get more views and all that kind of shit, man. And I see it, and I know why they're doing it. And it's just like, man, you guys are not even men, man. And this is why sometimes I look at some people, and I listen, man, I don't understand how a grown-ass man can do what they do and look themselves in the mirror. And you're sitting there talking about somebody daring to be great and talking about what they've done. What are they doing now? So if I can get on Tank Davis about what he's doing, if I can I get at anybody because of what they're doing, not because of their nationality. But that's exactly why y'all sucking these guys off, because of their nationality. It's giving you more views, more subscribers. Yeah, and your subscribers think that you're the best because why you show favoritism to the guys that they like. And then when you hear them talk and you find out, oh, so you're married, okay, I see. So yeah, your wife probably kick your ass if you tell the truth and say what you really feel. There's no way you can sit here and see flaws and fault in other fighters, but then all of a sudden when it comes to a Canelo, a Manny Pacquiao, a Tyson Fury, all of a sudden you don't see that. Now, I've heard these guys say things about certain people, and that's exactly my point. But there's certain guys, nope, we can't admit the truth about him, even though he's doing the same exact thing that guy did that I just crucified last week. We're going to ignore it over here, or we'll make an excuse for him for doing it. I'm just saying, y'all, let's be real. It is what it is. Somebody the other day made a video talking about, once again, Clarissa Shields being disrespectful, saying she'll drop Keith Thurman with a body shot, and Keith Thurman responds. You want to know what that's like as far as Keith Thurman goes? He already has a fight with Tim Tszyu coming up, right? It's like a guy is talking shit. I will knock your ass out. You ignore him. His sister says, I will knock your ass out. Set it up. Let's make it happen. Why you don't want to fight the brother, though? Right? So it's like Jermain Ennis is being ignored, but you respond to Clarissa Shields. Once again, real tough. Real tough. And again, look at a guy like Jermain Ennis. Look, let me tell y'all something. Guys like Ben Whitaker from the UK, talented fighter. Super talented fighter. Jermain Ennis, super talented fighter. Devin Haney, super talented fighter. Tank is super talented, but just he's sitting there playing pick and choose. And what I'm saying, I don't separate the talent based on where you're from, okay? I'm saying, though, when people are having events in the country that they're from, they're singing songs. They do when they come to America, singing songs and shit through the whole fights and all that and waving their flag. Okay, cool. But you hear the term British boxing. Cinco de Mayo, the Mexican people got a whole fucking day. What did Oscar say? Huh? Benavidez versus Canelo, make a whole Mexican card, right? Okay, all I'm saying, why we don't have the same input to push American fighters, to build them up, to get them out there. That's all. And boxing as a whole. needs to be, see, it should be where everybody's eating and everybody's getting their money's worth. But see, this is what greed and corruption does. Just like these guys that's sitting here sucking off fighters for views and likes and all that. I mean, whatever works for you works for you. And you're cowards. You're not even respectable. And I just look at some of them and, you know, like I said, I'm not targeting these people. Like, now, a guy like 7-8 Sports, for example, you see the type of content he makes, right? And you hear the type of things he makes up lies, literally lies. And he says all these, isn't he black too? Okay, so my whole thing is like, man, it's one thing to say things like, it's one thing to actually have a viewpoint and really stand on what you feel, but when you just bias and just saying a bunch of dumb shit, then you say things like, we control the narrative. Okay, then we see your agenda. And this is exactly what I mean. I mean, some of these guys, like, okay, Dante's Boxing Nation, he pushes to expose the way black fighters are being mistreated and discriminated against. I agree with a lot of shit he say because I see it. But he picks and chooses also who he's going to speak about. So if you're black and he don't care about you, we don't care about him. You can talk about him. So you understand what I mean? So when you talk about the alphabet boys and all these other, you know, bottom line is what I'm saying. It's not about let me find somebody to attack. Your stupid video pops up, I watch it, and I'm going, okay. Yeah. So you heard me even get at Teddy Atlas for being wrong. So it ain't no, oh, let's attack black. Oh, let's attack white. No. No, you as an individual, when you put out some shit and you're hypocritical about it, what do we do over here at AZB? We about logic, truth, and reasoning. So when you sit up here making a liar out of yourself, yeah, and we feel the need to speak on that, then we do. But I'm just saying, that doesn't mean because we do things right, we all always see eye to eye on something. No. But your opinion, I respect people's opinions. But when your opinion is just some, you reaching for shit and then just making up shit, I don't respect that. No, I don't respect that. That being said, y'all, yeah, I'm just saying, man, like, you know, Oscar, none of these guys, they have no problem. They talked about Zhilei Zhang the other day, saying that he can go back, he's a hero in China, and then he's saying how he want to fight in China, and you know, he would be more proud to go back to China with some type of belt, you know, as a champion to, you know. But my point, you think you gonna go to China and fight Zhang, and they gonna be cheering for you, and you not from there? Just saying, y'all. And how many times have I heard comment, oh, these big mouth Americans this, Americans that, and then you got dumbass black people talking shit about Clarissa Shields, agreeing with these racist motherfuckers that be saying, I know, you know why they say what they say about Clarissa Shields. Like I always say, you talk that shit about Shields, you talk that shit about Floyd Mayweather, but oh, you gotta love Fury. You know, that's just Fury being Fury. Oh, you gotta love Conor. That's just Conor being Conor. Oh, you gotta love Mike Perry. That's just Mike Perry being Mike Perry. Oh, so people who do far worse than the people that you say talk too much shit. They talk shit, put their hands on old people, throwing fucking chairs through windows, beating up women. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, we seen Mike Perry punch a female. But you gotta love that. But yet, oh, well, Floyd was beating up on his wife. We don't know nothing about what Floyd was doing. We know what the female said. We don't know that he did that. Okay? For the record though, you see, I want to say something to you Wilder fans. See, y'all talk a lot of shit, and I say there's people who you don't look at them as a person, you look at what they present to you and how they want you to see them. I don't follow these fighters around to sniff up to see what they doing and whatever. I'm looking for boxing news. Oh man, but you always talk about Wilder. So what? Why do you care? You his fucking boyfriend or you his girlfriend or something? Fuck do you care what I say about Wilder? But I'm speaking facts and truth. And even my opinion is based on facts and truth. So for Wilder, own brother, which I'm not going to get into the conversation, right? The details. But now, Wilder's own brother, Marcellus, who said they did an autopsy on Wilder, remember? And said that he got hit with an egg where he had a dent in his head. Yeah, remember all that shit? Yeah. Remember? Marcellus Wilder jumping up at David Haye, talking shit, always instigating. Now he's saying Wilder been doing him dirty, screwing his chick, right? Yeah. For years. Wilder at one point said he wanted to go to cruiserweight and fight his own brother. Remember that? Yeah. So what I'm saying is, you guys are poor judge of character. That's all. Then you look at somebody who can see what you refuse to see and get mad, which I don't give a shit. You get mad, it's your business. I'm going to say what I'm going to say anyway. So now, go find Marcellus Wilder's YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or whatever the hell he has. Yeah, his Snapchat. Go find him and say, I don't like you talking about our king like that. Why you always got to be talking about our God, Wilder? Go now, find him and talk that shit to him. Just say, a liar is a liar. And when you tell me you have proof, when you say you got information that's going to put somebody behind bars, when you say all this shit, you talk, the doctor said this, the doctor's supposed to come on a live chat Monday and all, yeah, and then it never happens. You're a fucking liar. Fury's a fucking liar. So when I speak on these people, I speak on them. And one thing about me, like I said, I give out equal opportunity ass whoopings. And when you look and you see who I'm not targeting no specific race. I'm giving you boxing news. So when we talk about boxing as a sport, as a business, providing balance, providing structure, and putting order in something, can't even, you have to look at what's happening and understand these things have been going on forever. Way before I was born, way before y'all were born, way before. From the beginning of boxing, mafia ties and all that stuff. My point is until somebody step up and do something and change things, make boxing respectable. Make people want to come out and watch the fights. It may never happen. But boxing has gotten to the point where I find myself talking to the same people about boxing because it's not widespread like it was. And over here, y'all got no reason. You gonna tell me that the PBC, since they're known for having all of the top welterweights and people talking about how, the PBC put the best fights on. You mean to tell me you can't get Jermain Franklin? Y'all can't get Jermain Franklin versus Jared Anderson? Y'all can't get Michael Hunter in the mix? Huh? Now, Tommy Morrison's son, he isn't that good. But I'm just saying, if y'all look at the big picture, man, y'all can get people. PBC is like a whole organization to itself. They got so many fighters. And y'all can get people in these fights. Y'all can get them and put them in a better position than what they're in. You can showcase them right. And you should, like for me, anything I do, I want it to stand out and be different from everything else you that's around. It's like this channel. I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. And that's why I said, there's a few channels I respect, but there's a lot of them I don't even pay attention to because they're full of shit. And there's some that I used to respect as far as at least, okay, person just giving their opinion. And then I realized, like, nah, man, you just sucking people off now. You're not even being fair with your assessment of this particular fighter. So even though you may be fair about certain guys, Nah, you got certain people that you purposely don't even you're trying to appease your audience and you're trying to grow. See, that's why when y'all can sit up here on Sean Porter's show, or you can go and visit Teddy Atlas or whoever. I don't care to meet these motherfuckers and want to sit up on their platform. Nothing personal. It has to be respectable, but I'm not, that's not my goal. Oh, I want to, nah. I don't, they're just people, that's all. So yeah, you conduct yourself in a way where instead of you just being a man, you guys are just trying so hard to grow your brand. Like this dude reporting, yeah, he goes around, and what he does, and it's a fact, all you gotta do is look at his material. He goes and talk to fighters, and then he go and talk about the fighters. And that's why a lot of fighters don't fuck with him. And what he does is every time a Latino fighter is involved, he take their side. He's just trying to get your point of view to get views, and then run back and say shit, and then talk shit, and then go against you, and always giving the nod to the Latino fighters that they're going to win. You understand? And my whole thing is like, yeah, okay. People start seeing you for what you are. Terrence Crawford won't even do an interview with him. There's several guys who didn't want to talk to this motherfucker. They like, man, nah. You see, we saw Blue Blood switch up and went from Errol Spence, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, just start talking shit about Spence and start big up in Crawford. Like, whoa, what? Then come to find out, oh, this BLK Prime, he's involved with. But now look at BLK Prime. I don't know if they're still doing streaming services or whatever. I never even heard of them up until that point, until where they started talking about promoting a fight with Terrence Crawford and promoting Adrian Broner. But it didn't work out, did it? You see, so you got people that would stab people in the back. You know, it's funny, man, because it's like, if you saw Creed 3, that's the one thing that the Rocky movies to me, and Creed and all that, like, you know, the fights never look, movie fighting never look like real fighting. First off, let's say that. Never. You've never seen a boxing match that looked like a fucking Rocky movie or a Creed movie. Is it exciting and fun to watch in terms of the movie itself and movie fighting? Yes. Real fights don't look like that. And if you notice now, they're trying to make the fights look more like a real boxing match, but it's a movie. It's a movie. Okay? The realer side of things in those movies to me is the lifestyle and the thing that goes on outside the ring. You remember how in the last movie, right, with the guy that played Dane, he backstabbed Creed. Now, in the way, you know, Creed got him a shot when and we know the guy did some dirty things, had the guy attacked so he could be injured and replace him, and it worked out for him that way. And when he won, Creed was looking like, you know, he wasn't too happy about what happened. Okay? So he didn't really want him to win. The guy turned on Creed, punched him in the face and all that when he went to go see him. He had his people with him and all. Yeah, jumped on there when he was sitting there with Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, run it. You a coward and all, right? Okay. In the end, what happens? Creed walks back there. They sit down and talk, fist bump, and they get over their problems, right? At least in that movie. Don't know what the next one's going to hold, right? But point is, you see that in real life. You guys realize when Clarissa Shields was at the Leonardo 2 fight with, Alicia Baumgartner, did you see the T-shirt that Clarissa Shields had on? Alicia Baumgartner had her face on it, her name. Yeah, she was there in full support. So a lot of people don't even understand the point of someone being backstabbed. You see my point? I watched, and let me say this, these American channels, American-owned content. These guys sitting here talking shit, wanting to see these two fight, and they're not even in the same weight class. Okay? They're not even in the same weight class. But, y'all quick to say, oh, Alicia Baumgartner wanting to smoke Shields, man. She got to fight her, otherwise she ducking. And y'all talking, I said, damn, now you want to know what's funny? I don't hear none of y'all put emphasis on no other fighters like that. I don't hear nobody saying, hey, man, listen, you know, fuck, man, Katie Taylor, you know, she got to fight Serrano in another fight, man, or otherwise it's not the same. Or Terry Harper, yeah, she got to fight her, or it's not going to. No. It's like, you know, I'm not with all that queen shit. Y'all call them queens. They're just women. But bottom line, I don't bow to no man or no woman. But no, you just can't have Shields reign in her division. Baumgartner reign in her division. Nah, y'all got to make it a soap opera and somebody's ducking somebody. And they're not even in the same weight class. Yet, y'all motherfuckers are sitting up here praising what Canelo's doing. And when you look and say, but Terrence Crawford, he don't even fight in Canelo's weight class. This is exactly my point. That's exactly my point. But yet, y'all have a different song when it comes to Baumgartner and Shields. She really genuinely felt like they became friends. Because that's what Baumgartner showed her in front of her, according to her. Y'all the same people that's okay with Fury not fighting Joseph Parker. And they're in the same division. Oh, but they friends. Okay. So imagine if Tyson Fury decided to sit up and say his next fight is going to be with Joseph Parker. And this is the first time that Joseph Parker ever hears it. Like, what? Because now, then y'all will be like, oh, shit. Oh, yeah, but y'all don't go at... This is exactly my point. This is exactly my point about Americans, man. We are quick to want to try to find fault when there's no fault. But when there's actual fault there, that's when you want to take sides. That's when you want to take sides. But when it's actually no material, y'all just make up shit. But y'all are okay with Parker and Fury not fighting. Oh, but they friends. Okay, well. And they're in the same weight class. So ain't nobody got to go up or down. Shields looked at her as a friend. Now Shields is looking at Michaela Mayer like, I don't trust her or Baumgartner. Baumgartner showed her that. And then basically what happens is they ask Clarissa Shields about fighting Michaela Mayer. And she's like, man, we're not even in the same weight class. That's my girl. And, you know, and that's how she felt about both of them. And she said she was closer to Michaela than she was Shields. She on Baumgartner. She had more, more history with her. They ate together, traveled together, fought at the same, cars and stuff like that and all. The same Junior Olympics and all that stuff. So she even knew her longer. Now, they ask Mayer the same question, and she go, oh, I definitely fight Clarissa, any of the girls. Yeah, I mean, this and that, and I want my shot, and this and that, right? Again, it's not because somebody's saying they will fight you. It's the way people go about things. It would be no different, okay, if somebody said, hey, man, if somebody dropped money and you saw them drop it, right? But they didn't see you. Would you give it back to them? And that person goes, shit, hell no. If they ain't see it, fuck that, then it's mine. Finders keepers, losers weepers, right? What if it was somebody you was friends with? I don't give a fuck, friends, family, whatever, man. You drop it, fuck it, man. You slow, you blow, bro. It's mine now. Would you trust that person? They just said, friends or not, they don't care. Anybody, you gonna get treated just like the stranger. They're not honest people. So you'd be stupid to trust them. And they're telling you, you can't trust me. You drop something and I see it and I want it, and you don't know I saw it, I'm taking it. So, yeah, now you see Michaela Mayer is in a desperate situation. She's been running around calling Alicia Baumgartner's name out since she lost to her and has never stopped. Then she had jumped into the whole steroid or whatever, the banned substance allegations, and that's why she won. Damn, so you mean to tell me a banned substance made you win a hair decision? So just saying, right? All of that. And then it's like, oh, so Shields ain't thinking about fighting you, but you thinking about, yeah, hell yeah, I'd fight Shields. Well, I don't even believe that from Michaela Mayer either. Why? because unless you're going to go up to 160, there's no need to even entertain those type of conversations. I know how I would feel if one of my so-called homies said, "Oh yeah, I'll fight Aries." Yeah, okay. Huh? You understand what I mean? It will be shocking to somebody who you wouldn't want to put hands and feet on or whatever, or go bust their ass up in the ring or whatever, but they fight you. Okay, so then you let me know we're not nearly as close as I thought we were. Do you understand what I'm saying? But there's a way to go about these things. And when you just all of a sudden jump on a damn interview and just start ranting and talking shit, no, I've been wanting to fight her and this and this and this, and then, I mean, y'all heard the stories that she said, and then Shield spoke her piece and said, she debunked what she said. Now, I'm not there to know who did what, but to be honest with you, the way Baumgartner did that was some snake shit. So the way I see it, it's like, I don't know either one of them personally, but Baumgartner showed you she's an opportunist. And so is Michaela Mayer. You see, this soap opera shit, and people feel like they have to stoop to any levels to try to make something happen. And this is what boxing has become, man. It's petty. And the sad part is, just like me, I know y'all don't see nobody trying to do anything to change this shit. But this is what it is, man. And I'm saying, like, right now, hey, don't get me wrong, if this shit don't change, which I don't see it changing, but for things to happen the way it is, and for fighters to have to go to Saudi Arabia to make the money that they won't make over here, so be it. But you know what? It's your own fault. Fighters don't know how to just be fighters. Stick to the script and make things happen and let the best fight the best. No, y'all want to be super greedy. Everything got to be, I want a penny pinch. I don't even want to give you the crumbs, but that's all I'm willing to give you. So all of these things, that's hurting boxing over here in America, but nobody is smart enough to know what they need to do. And then you got to understand too, this is why when you look at Tank and look at Floyd and Leonard and how they're not the only ones. All these other people that's trying to keep their fights in-house, right? You can't blame one and not the other when they all doing the same things. But that's why I respect when I see people that's out there saying, no, they might be doing that shit, but we're not going to do it. We're going to put our foot down and we're going to make the best fight the best. And this, you gotta applaud the effort, and you gotta respect the fact that the few people that's trying to make that happen. But when you look at boxing as a whole, man, and I told you this misfit stuff and all, they got their lane, they're doing. Now you got a guy like Francis Ngannou in here fighting the former unified champ of the world, and only his second fight. I mean, y'all, look, it is what it is. But over here in the States have been a fucking joke for the longest. Greed does this shit. If you listen to music, you watch movies, and you feel like, man, they cranking these movies out every week like them, and you see the quality went down. Nobody's talking about nothing. The movies are trash. They're not even entertaining anymore. The music is like, what are they even talking about in the music now? When you feel like that, look at what's happening. People are over here going to church now. They're twerk dancing in church. Yeah. Just saying, y'all. Y'all got to look at things for what they are and all that. It's a different time. Yeah, it definitely is a different time. But what I'm saying is, when you have content creators over here from America, and basically it's like, you hear me talk good about fighters based on what they're doing in the ring. I don't care where you're from. But you hear me speak. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything you hear me say about Wilder, I mean that shit. If anything I say about anybody. But I'm not like picking on this motherfucker like, oh, let me just find. No, I'm talking about what he's doing, what he's saying. When you hear me say what I'm saying about Tank, and the thing is, I want to see Tank win. But not to a point I don't like any fighter. I don't care if it's AJ, whoever. If they lose, they just lose. I don't feel shit. I just go, oh, he tried. That's it. Move on. It ain't no sitting in my room with my hands locked behind my fingers, locked behind my head, trying to reenact what he should have did. Like, that's what y'all be doing. Some of y'all be out here like mad, like it was your husband or wife that went out there and lost a fight. I don't really care personally. So when I say I want to see them win, yeah, that's it. I'm rooting for you. That's all. But yeah, I mean, nothing personal. But just saying, when it comes to America, man, America, people over here lost. And we have no camaraderie. And everything is about just being an opportunist and ignoring what's really real. You understand what I mean? It's not about anybody so much trying to be perfect, but the reality of practice what you preach. Say what you mean and mean what you say. And you don't see this happening over here. And in closing, again, you motherfuckers right here in America got 2 American fighters in Jermain Franklin and damn. Y'all know I be getting them damn brain fogs. You know, Jared Anderson. Why is nobody making that fight happen? Why? So my point, does the Saudis have to make that fight happen or something? Because nobody in America wants to make that fight? For the record, Deontay's on his way out. You guys are going to need somebody to try to fill that void, right? No, they don't really care. That's my point. That's exactly my point. They don't really care. Whoever they feel is a cash cow, that's who they go for. And they feel like, yeah, but if a person got a whole country behind them, then that's even more, because we don't care about that shit. We just care about the money we making. And then, you know, I didn't make a video about this because I don't know if it's true. But I saw a post last week said that Canelo left the PBC. He parted ways with the PBC. So, I'm just saying, y'all, if that's true, well, you're about to go into this streaming deal without Canelo. Going into it with Canelo was a plus. Going into it without him, well, I look at whoever else you have on there, and look, let me just say, y'all, once again, it's not about segregation. It's about we need to uplift each other over here in America the same way we uplift other fighters from anywhere else. All I see over here is money, 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 money. And that's why I definitely don't respect when I hear Tanks talking about them niggas definitely broke. We over here making money. Them niggas broke over there. You think they give a fuck what I think? No, and I don't give a fuck what they think. But that's the reality. Here you are, jumping over here, speaking bad about another American, talking about they broke. Same dumb shit Jamal Charlo was talking about at one point when it came to Demetrius Andre. Talk about him and his father broke from niggas. They broke, man. They trying to make money. I ain't making no money with them niggas and all of it. And it's like, damn. So, you understand what I'm saying? I think the fighters got too much freedom to make decisions to pick and choose who they want to fight. You motherfuckers should have structure, and y'all ranking system should make sense. And you should have the best fighting the best. Number 1 should fight number 2. Number 3 should fight number 4. Number 5 should fight number 6. You understand? And so on. And bottom line, as you win, you go up a notch. They need to have some consistency, man. Got to remember, boxing has no off season. So there's no reason for boxing to not be structured. And even for the ideas that I've had, even saying that right there, and even just for the simple fact that you can have your own boxing organization out here, man. Like, something has to happen. Look at what the fucking Misfits are doing. They're their own organization. Now look at what the Saudis are doing, though, with real fighters. And nobody over here in the States, they don't have it in them to make this shit happen. Just saying, y'all. Jermain Franklin, Jared Anderson, y'all need to make that fucking fight happen. That fight needs to happen. And to be honest with you, if fights like that, they have to hop on a plane and go to Saudi. Tank Davis versus Devin Haney. The Saudis offered. And this dude talking about Ferraris, 2 Ferraris. Y'all better give me 2 Ferraris, right? I'm just saying. So you mean to tell me that nobody over here in the States can make this happen? Nah, stop with that shit, y'all. Y'all let these fighters get to the point where you guys don't have enough money to pay them because to pay their greed. And if you go for that, then hey, it is what it is. Talk to me in the comment section, y'all. Jermain Franklin, Jared Anderson, that fight needs to happen. People over here in America need to wake up. What the fuck y'all go to college for and do all that shit? Become accountants and all this other shit that y'all go to school for. and you guys just like doing, you know, arranging shit, operating. You got somebody in charge of our business operations and all this kind of shit, and y'all just like stuck on stupid. Jermain Franklin versus Jared Anderson. That fight needs to happen. And my point is, it should not have to happen. They should not have to go to Saudi for it to happen. If the Saudis want that fight, fine. But you guys, just my point, you guys are letting fights slip right through your fingers. Deontay Wilder, Andy Ruiz should not have to go to Saudi. That's my point. That is my point. All these billionaires, all these fucking multi-millionaires bragging about how much money they got, they pay, they this, they that, yet. No. Y'all need to put structure in boxing, like I said. And these fighters, they just have far too much freedom to pick and choose. And that's why they do what they do. Jared Anderson versus Jermain Franklin. Talk to me in the comment section, y'all. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people. And I will catch y'all on the next video.